Do you believe in work-life balance? And what is the value in measuring life's hard to measure things? Those are the questions we're going to answer in this video on Calm Business KPIs.
Do you mean KCIs?
Maybe I do.
But first of all, what the heck is a KPI?
What is it?
KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators, things we measure to judge the health of our business and whether or not we're hitting our goals.
And just something that people like to say to sound smart.
I just want to say I don't like the little computer guy on the screen right now. He creeps me out.
I like it a lot, actually.
Okay. KPIs are things like, what's our revenue? What's our profit? What's our website traffic? Email conversion, cost to acquire a customer. These hard numbers are easily trackable, so it's natural to want them to grow.
When it comes to KPIs, this is a quote that gets thrown around a lot. Peter Drucker saying, what gets measured gets managed. And that's why you're measuring all of those things. But what happens in your business when the things that you're measuring are all going up, like sales and subscribers and followers, and it's so exciting? But there's a few things that are going down, like the number of hours that you're sleeping or hangouts with friends, time exercising. For intentional business owners, we need a way to account for what's easily measured, like the work stuff, and what's not easily measured, the life stuff. And we call this life metrics. But for the purpose of this video, we are going to call it KCIs, which stands for Key Calm Indicators. They aren't obvious to measure, but they let us know whether we're sacrificing the things that matter to us in service of our business. So some examples would be like your overall anxiety rating, your relationship score, number of days we exercise, sleep metrics, number of date nights, and a bunch of other things that indicate we're allocating the time that we want to our physical, mental, and emotional health.
What about the amount of cinnamon rolls I eat per week?
Absolutely. That is a key calm indicator.
Thank you.
Now you might be wondering, relationship score? And are we just like standing around like scoring each other on how we're doing in our relationship? The answer is yes, absolutely. No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that.
That's trouble.
No. What we actually do is on Sundays, we are not only tracking our KPIs, the things that we mentioned before in our business that are easily trackable, but also these KCIs. So we're looking at the areas of our life that are harder to measure in order to evaluate whether we're sacrificing those things. Now, if you want to know more about what we do at these Sunday planning meetings, definitely check out our goal setting video. We go into depth there. But the idea is that we basically have these different areas of our life, right? And yours might look different to this, but these are kind of the categories in general that you want to maintain in your life. And when you see it laid out like this, you think it's impossible to prioritize every single one of them all the time. So instead, what we do is we list them all out. Just ask ourselves from 1 to 10, how satisfied am I with this area of my life? And there's no judgment here. You're just assigning a 1 to 10 score. But this allows you to take a look and go, okay, what are the areas that I want to tackle to be more satisfied? And so maybe there are 3 on any given week that I say, these are the 3 that have a score that I want to improve. And what I do with that information is I basically make those my focus life areas for the week. Then I have a whole set of them that I'm just going to maintain. I'm going to do kind of the minimum to keep it going. And then, and this is key, I'm going to have several that I'm going to deprioritize intentionally. And this is super important because intentional deprioritization is way more empowering than just neglect, but we all know that there are going to be things in our lives that on any given week are going to get neglected.
I'm also really grateful that our marriage wasn't in deprioritize.
Not for this week.
Okay.
And this is where the KCIs come in, because for those 3 focus priorities for the week, I'm going to ask myself, how could I possibly measure those aspects of my life? So for rest and joy, maybe I'm measuring the amount of hours worked. I want to set a goal for that to be lower than usual. For my mental health, maybe the amount of days that I'm meditating, or for friends and family, the amount of texts that I sent out or phone calls that I had to maintain those relationships. I'm measuring things that aren't necessarily easily measurable. But the fact is, assigning a satisfaction score makes you truthful with yourself, and it helps you pay attention to parts of your life that you might be ignoring. Because, as we mentioned, what gets measured gets managed.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter. So that applies to your revenue, but it also applies to these other areas of your life so that you can balance them together.
So if we only spend time checking in on business metrics, that is what will get managed and prioritized. And that's going to make you feel like this. Dear Bess. The term work-life balance makes it seem like these 2 things need to be in equilibrium at all times, but that's not always realistic. Work and life should feel like a blend, a fluid dynamic that allows you to meet the needs of the moment. It's really about asking yourself, am I allocating my time in such a way that the things I care about most are getting attention?
And in that way, it's not that work and life need to be in equilibrium with each other. It's just that each one needs to be in equilibrium with what you want and need right now. So your work just needs to align with your work needs, and your life just needs to align with your life needs. And so it's really about asking, are these things in alignment? What you want your time to look like and what you do to make that happen. And measuring KPIs and KCIs will help you answer that on a regular basis.
I wish they were Calm Carol indicators.
Maybe they are.
They could be.
Okay. Thanks for watching our Calm Business Encyclopedia series, your A to Z guide for running a business that's predictable, profitable, and peaceful. If you want to find out how calm your business currently is, take our Calm Business quiz over at wanderingaimfully.com/score and get personalized ideas on how to reduce the chaos, stop scrambling for income, and end the cycle of burnout once and for all.
Calm Biz Quiz.